should be live.
Oh, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome back to the motherfucker. Oh, are we doing the robot? Oh, we're back in the robot right now. Oh,
we back in it, and I know you fucking missed us.
Yeah,
that's the big thing we gotta talk about.
You motherfucking right. I know you missed us, but we're back in business. The A is for
what?
A podcast.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I figured it was. I should have let you just finish your sentence.
You remember what episode this is?
I believe this is our Sweet 16.
You remember that show, Super Sweet 16?
Yes.
This shit was.
Yeah.
I always wish that I could like have a Sweet 16.
I feel like my Super Sweet 16 was the birth of white privilege in media.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
Let's not get into them like that. Let's introduce ourselves first.
You're right.
And I am the A Factor.
I am Intellect, 1/3 of New Age politics. Big shouts out to Crazy, aka George Davis. It's not the other way around, okay? His government name is Crazy. And Gil Santos, aka Produced by Santos, because he's a simple man. He doesn't need a big creative ass name for you to like his beats, okay?
Well, now you make me feel like I'm leaving my people out.
Well,
yeah, I'm 1/3 of the Oscar family.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my brother Nubs.
Uh-huh.
He's probably about to game up here on the OSF Gamers page.
Yeah, he's got a poppin' Twitch.
Yeah, that shit.
His Twitch account stays
You know what I'm
live.
saying? He stayed streaming on Facebook.
And don't think just cause he's got no arms or legs that he can't snipe you from a solid 50 yards while smoking a blunt. Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Yeah, so look it up on Facebook, OSF Gamers, right? That's the page.
Yep,
it's lit. Every night, pretty much. Nothing going in. You could go ahead and follow that, like that, become a supporter, do what you need to do, and of course, my brother Snowman, who was on the podcast a few podcasts ago, which we're still trying to get some single ladies for him right now.
Come on, that handsome bastard's not going to stay on the market for a long period of time, okay? Throw some money on layaway, if you will. Build up to it.
I don't think there's any hits. Yeah. I mean, you know what we need to promote
pay
that.
for the boost on Tinder, bro, and we'll boost his profile.
That's true. We got to get the radius.
We'll market
No,
it.
but they
That's
need
what
to
it is.
see them before they get up. And who knows if they're a catfish? That would be interesting.
That would make the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's be real. If all three of them, because I think there's going to be 3 in the panel, right?
Yeah.
That's standard blind date
Let me double check this email
format, right?
I still got it in here.
It would be pretty awesome if all 3 of them were catfish. I'm not even gonna front.
That would be great for content. Yeah, just a couple emails from Google. But see, what we need to do, and what I now have time to do, I got laid off because my the company that I used to work for is moving down to Mexico. Well, the production part of the company. It's all good.
Wow.
Man, I'm not tripping. I got more free time to cut up these podcasts. I'm gonna make sure I get that Legally Blind Dating the Snow podcast out there.
100%.
And then we're gonna go ahead and promote that, and we'll get that going. And we're also gonna we didn't talk about it, but I guess we can have the meeting right now.
I'm ready.
I think it would be good.
Yeah. Let's do it live.
Let's do the live meeting right here. So we're gonna set up our own YouTube page.
Beautiful.
For the A is for podcast.
I'm in full agreement.
And
You thought you'd get some conflict in this, but that's actually a great idea.
So I've been thinking maybe post the official episode still on the Odd Squad family page.
Yes.
Do all the clips and the broken down videos.
Absolutely.
On that YouTube page for that. So the A is for podcast.
And maybe slip a 20 to actions. We can throw it on Only Dreamers. You know what I'm saying? Quick little, Andrew Jackson for you action. You don't need it at all, but it's there for you.
Not bad. But anyway, meeting adjourned. We're in there. We just need to figure out a date. We go all get up and do it. But like I said, I got a lot of free time now, so we're good.
So you're gonna have a central hub of all the fantastic, vocal, tantalizing clips that you can choose from, gain your opinions, and talk amongst yourselves.
We just need to get some traction on this here YouTube space. Breaking it down into clips is more digestible.
It is.
More friendly to the algorithm.
We talk a lot, I get it.
The topics that we talk about, they're good. And as long as we keep it up weekly, there'll be relevant clips that will get us views.
100%.
100%.
And big shouts out to the people that are already giving us views as we congregate.
And shout out to all the listeners. I be seeing the numbers on the listeners. It's not very much, but I appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to you.
It's growing, all right? appreciate the beauty in a baby step. Because at the end of the day, that baby's gonna run one day.
You know, I may have a biased opinion, but I think it's getting better every single episode.
No, it definitely is. You can see a clear evolution, not only within our chemistry, which is not gay, but...
You don't want to get into that. That's nothing.
I'm just saying it's not gay. We got some chemistry on the camera. It's not homosexual in the slightest bit. And also, you know, that's it. It's the only point I had. It's not gay, guys.
Your emphasis on it not being gay. You feel like it's
Yeah. Did you feel it? I've never felt that way.
I've never felt an iota of homosexual tendencies on this podcast.
Okay, but you're
Thanks
talking
for
about the Black
clarifying that.
Mirror. Thank you, sir. He was trying to bring up the Black Mirror episode.
Yo.
He knows. I feel like the very first episode of season 5 of Black Mirror is gay.
He thinks it's gay. It's not gay.
But there's some gay. We'll get into that. Do you have anything to plug, sir?
Smooth did some pretty awesome numbers. I'm really excited about that. It's on YouTube right now. Also, our video Rise and Shine is also on YouTube. Coming up soon, we're going to be dropping a new song produced by none other than Charlie Mumbles. Big shouts out to Mumbles and Chop Records out there in the East Coast, holding it the fuck down. Like, the moves they're making are ridiculous. Like, they must have like arm cramps from holding it down so much. But that's gonna be phenomenal. That's called Can't Afford It. We're probably gonna drop that here next month. Little side note, we have a short film company that approached us to do the visual for Can't Afford It. So that might get a little tantalizing.
All of your videos are short film-ish.
I appreciate
really like
that.
the way you guys are putting out those visuals, man.
It's a really big deal for me to have something that has just enough what the fuck that makes you watch it 85 times.
Okay, just a warning, this one has wax on it.
Ooh.
And I smoked a couple
You're
hits out of
trying to
this shit the other day. I mean, not the other day, it was earlier. And that's how you know I was gone. I had to put this bitch out, man. I had to put this bitch out.
Homie just hit you with the Rick James. He said, nigga, that was weeks ago.
Yeah.
You slapped me tonight, Charlie Murphy. He said, you slapped me tonight, Rick. He said, that was tonight, Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
This twang.
So, he's actually lighting up a Jeffrey, ladies and gentlemen. So if this takes a turn for the weird, everybody watching this, just fucking call the cops, okay? I'm worried about my future self right now.
Have you ever had a Jeffrey, or is this your first time?
I think I had one in 2008. It was a downtime in my life, and
sounds like uptime.
you know, it was up, then it was down,
ups and downers,
and then it got like reverse for a couple, and that was a little weird, but ultimately I don't regret it. It was a growing experience.
You said you don't regret it?
I don't regret it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
I thought you said you regret it.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No regrets.
No regrets. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Anything else?
No, it's okay. That's it. So fucking
I just had to
be grateful, everybody. We're really excited about it. Definitely, we're building a good relationship with the short film company, so we're probably going to have a continuous relationship with them. Once we get a little bit more solidified into everything, we'll drop the name of the short film company. We'll probably have a couple clips out. We've been working heavy with Dylan Toon on photo shoots and promotional work. Big shouts out to Dylan Toon. Also, huge shouts out to Sean Sievers, aka Dr. Shopify. He's big in Arizona and mainly for branding. Trying to get your identity within the market and really understanding which demographic you nail down to the floor to get what you needed. So he's gonna be helping us.
That shit made me think
cross
of
all our lines.
the 2 Chainz shit, Expensify.
Yes.
I was like, Shopify. I was like, ooh, that's a big move right there, bruh.
All right.
I feel you though. That's dope though.
So,
our
you know.
Spy Family, we made a short film once.
Ooh.
What was that?
Like YG?
2016.
Like
Well,
YG
we
short
didn't
film?
actually make it. We got invited to be a part of a short film out in Salinas, California.
That's dope.
But it was dope, and we actually shot the Aiming Higher video at what was it?
The Santa Monica.
No, it wasn't Santa Monica. It was
Yeah, don't cap on the podcast.
Some boardwalk.
the Where Was Us? Have you seen Us?
Ironically, no. And I say ironically because I love that nigga.
Was it Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz.
Oh, nice. Oh, the boardwalk on Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Where the fair is? It's like the 24/7 fair?
Yeah, and that's where a lot of us takes place.
Yeah, that makes sense. What I loved about Us, just off of the visual real quick, is I love how Jordan Peele took a lot of things that are famously known in American culture as nothing but positive vibes and made it horror. You know what I mean? Like Santa Cruz Boardwalk, like that is where dreams are made of. Like it's a constant fair. It's literally the plot for Rocket Power or the setting for Rocket Power. Like it's the dopest thing out. You know what I mean? And also in the trailer that had a I Got 5 on it and remixed that shit. I can't think of one negative time in my life I would attribute to I Got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? And they made it into doppelgangers killing niggas, and I think that's pretty lit.
And you can tell we haven't talked in a minute because we're getting off on mad side tangents.
Right.
It's mostly my fault. Sorry, guys. And excuse the coughing.
You can't talk while you're dying. Doesn't work that way. You gotta do one or the other. You gotta talk or die.
Damn. Well, I guess I'll be talking till I die. What up, people? So Odd Squad family. Sorry we haven't been here for you guys, man. It's been like a month. Has it been like a full month?
I think it's been a month.
That we haven't. Like, yeah, cause last time we did it was the first episode that we did in May, and it was the only episode that we did in May.
Yeah.
Cause Odd Squad family, like I was promoting for weeks. We went out to Colorado on May 24th, and that show was dope.
Yeah,
Shout out to everybody that came out, man. That shit was mad love. Thank you. We signed pretty much every fucking thing that we could for people.
Yes.
We signed a couple shoes.
Snowman got carpal tunnel. It was crazy.
It was dope as fuck. It was a very good time. We did our goddamn thing. Lit crowd. Show was dope.
That is dope.
Then of course the very next day we were back in Mesa, Arizona at Club Red. We did our damn thing on that motherfucking stage. To be honest, it wasn't as lit as Colorado, but it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And big shouts out to the players in the city coming and showing love to Odd Squad. My brother Premiyagi, aka Skirtus Blow, aka De La Preem, came out and did his motherfucking thing. Also, too, Mr. 365, Deli Every Day was out there showing love and put on one hell of a performance. So, big shouts out to them. Live long and prosper, fellas. You're doing great in the city right now.
Yeah, shout out to the homies, man.
Big shouts out to them.
So that was dope. Thank you very much. And our next show, as of now, will be the Gathering of the Juggalos. First. August 1st.
I'm super interested to see how that's going to pan out for you
guys. In Madison, Indiana.
That's the 20th anniversary, right?
It is the 20th anniversary. So
that's a big deal.
It is a very huge deal. And I'm very excited. We're going to get our practice on from now until then.
Yeah.
So that's, as of now, August 1st, Madison, Indiana, Odd Squad Family Live at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Nice.
And as far as music videos, what did we drop last? Head to the Sky is out right now on the Only Dreamers YouTube, featuring the wonderful, beautiful Victoria.
That was great, man. I loved her vocals on that.
She's great, and she's been on a few of our songs. So
if you
are an Odd
very
Squad
well.
Family fan, if you're part of the family, you definitely heard that voice before.
She's like extended family.
Yeah, we shot that up in Sedona. That was my first time going to Sedona. That was a very beautiful place.
That was your first time going to Sedona?
That's how I felt when you said that.
That's an entire fucking topic within itself, bro. You're missing out on some spiritual next level cleansing, dog.
Bro, I felt the vortex.
Absolutely. Last time I was there, I did a Vortex tour, and it was mind-blowing in itself.
We need to go on the Vortex tour next
We need to do the helicopter tour, bro.
We do need to.
The helicopter tour is great. It's expensive as shit.
Oh, you can get it for a good deal on the right day.
Yeah, we've seen.
It was like 2 for $60 or something.
Yeah, it was like 2
and that's
for
only the
60,
20-minute tour. It's the short one,
but the 20-minute tour is only if you go and watch and sit through a seminar of like a
I bet you
timeshare.
that's just the tip. You're like,
And they just like
why couldn't
investigator pressure you for a solid 30 to 45, which if you can take the hot seat, you got yourself a helicopter.
Ain't no
ride.
problem.
You know what I'm saying?
all we need is
Yeah, Matt, you're built for that kind of shit. I feel like you're.
I'll just sit there and let them
an
waste their
hour would
time.
be better though, but
And then I'll be like,
I've
alright,
never even
where's
been
the
in a
helicopter?
what?
I just sit there and let them waste their time, and then after that, I just ask them where the helicopter's at.
I'm gonna watch myself on this because I agree with you. This thing's little, but it's like Kid Majin
Strong,
Buu.
bro. Watch out.
It'll fuck you
It's
up.
Kid Buu.
It's definitely Kid Buu, bro. And I don't even know if I want to partake in this one after that hit.
Alright.
That's good. For all you watching, I don't care about your judgments, all right? Keep your gavels to yourself.
For all you listening, we're smoking weed.
Your facts.
Hey, you down for another blunt later? You know what I'm saying? We'll
Yeah, I mean, we're getting pretty deep into some
You don't want
topics.
the twat though. I picked this up at the
That shit's serious.
at the kind Met. I dropped it under the can. Here we go. It's
How many-
raw paper. It has a quarter
That's nice.
gram of wax and a whole gram of premium flour with the clear. So yeah,
Okay.
we in there. We hot. It's a sativa. I'm a sativa smoker.
I feel like just sativa's better for conversation. You know what I mean? You don't want to get an indica and get down into some deep discussions.
That shit really
You're gonna
just
be
makes me
zombied out.
sleepy as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
I
You're
feel
gonna be
that.
zombied out.
Like even like some hybrids, I have to make sure it's like the sativa dominant.
Right.
This shit that I have is a hybrid, but I can tell it's more sativa because like I'll be more talkative, more awake. Like
Yeah.
versus like some shit, I'll be like in the middle of the blend, like nah, I'm about to take a nap after this, bro.
Yep. I
I
feel
hate that. With my ADHD, I already hyperfocus. So, inducing a drug that heightens hyperfocus is like terrible for me. I'll have 6 things planned and do like -6. I'll come up with something and procrastinate on it within that time frame. Like, I didn't do 7 things that day, wanted to do 6. And that's terrible. Like, knowing time is passing by. It's almost like sleep paralysis, you know what I'm saying? Like those people that wake up and understand that they can't move, but they just can't move, you know what I mean? Like, I'm out here like watching Netflix, just binging through seasons, and I'm like, I know laundry needs to be done, like right now.
Yeah.
No better time than the present.
That's why I try not to get hooked on shit, dude. Because like when I get hooked on a series, I feel that
You see
urge.
why I always be saying I don't got time for this shit, man.
100%.
But I guess I got a lot of time on my hands.
You pay them to waste your time. Isn't that crazy?
All right, let me just plug one more thing before we get too deep. into
Facts.
this. We're off on mad side tangents.
Bro, it's clean. I'm sorry,
It's a
but
podcast though. We going around it.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying? I'm not forgetting. My solo video, overnight just dropped. Make sure you go check it out on the Only Dreamers YouTube once again. It's up there. Show some love. Make sure you say, "Hey man, that's dope." Leave a comment, leave a like. Make sure
literally
you
just need
subscribe.
that.
Yeah,
Please.
Just subscribe to the Only Dreamers YouTube. Keep us going. We're almost to 100,000, right? Is that where we're at? Where we at right now? We pretty high.
We're talking
We're in
subscribers.
80s right now.
Yeah, we're almost gonna
That's
get a
beautiful.
plaque. So
That's a
we
beautiful
want
thing.
you to help us get a plaque. So
Yeah.
make sure you show love there. Make sure if you're not subscribed here to Odd Squad Family YouTube.
Oh yeah, you gotta do
subscribe.
that right now.
And once we open up this new
That's for
YouTube,
sure.
make sure you subscribe to that. Show some love. Turn on the notifications. Only Dreamers YouTube, Odd Squad Family YouTube, future YouTube that will be plugged. Duh. Subscribe, hit the notification, leave a comment.
Hit that notification. Also, subscribe to New Age Politics
yeah.
on YouTube.
All day.
New Age Politics on everything. Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music Tidal, everything.
Yeah, and for all the Apple Podcast listeners, make sure you subscribe. You unsubscribe. Then you subscribe again.
Right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? You leave a review. You know what I'm saying? And then you go ahead and unsubscribe from the podcast, right? Then you subscribe again.
Would that delete?
And
the
do that
review?
every time a new episode drops.
Or would it still be on there?
I would think not. The review should probably be
No,
there.
the review.
Is the review eternal?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Unless you
Okay.
delete it.
Yeah, unless you
That
want
makes sense.
leave more reviews. That
I
way
think-
it will
I think-
push us up into the rankings.
Leave a review and then reply to the review stating, wow, that's actually a really great point. Also to add to that, and then give a good 3 more sentences, please.
Whether you like it or you dislike it, just leave a review, say it's trash, but you can stay subscribed for sure.
Unbiased.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like that.
Yeah.
How was your week, man?
My week. Well, my month. I guess we could say, well, how was your fucking
Yeah, how was your month, bro? It's been a long time. That's weird.
Well, I pretty much went through mine in between everything that we just ran through. Got laid off. That was just recently.
Okay.
We went to Sedona. We went to Colorado. We came back. Man, that's how my month was.
I like
Other than that, it was. Yeah, that was it.
That's
what
beautiful.
I've been doing for the last
We
4 weeks.
pretty much just suddenly recapped it. Either way. All right.
So yeah, I
I like
pretty much
that.
ran through my month at the same time. So 2 birds with 1 stone. How was your week, man?
My week was dope. A lot of development. We're doing the necessary steps to create the LLC with the New Age Politics.
Crucial.
You know what I'm saying?
Limited liability corporation company.
I think it's company.
It's company.
Company. Sorry guys.
And,
See, maybe I'm not as educated.
Yeah, you know, just legitimizing certain corners.
I knew it was one of those.
Right. Either way, I think both of them are acceptable. If you said both of those in a business meeting to me, I'm like, yes, that's what we are. Let's
It's a
continue.
company and we're a co-operation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? There's more than one of us and we're operating.
Yeah.
It's a co-operation.
It's not
By
exactly
definition,
the
that's the
same.
definition. Cooperation,
Mm-hmm.
it's a corporation,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Is it not the same thing?
He said no, not at all.
So is there a difference between a cooperation and a corporation?
Like a co-op, yes, for sure. I'm sure. I honestly,
I don't think there's any legal definition to a cooperation. Like a corporation, that's
so
something.
I don't know what there's a co-op. We're sounding really stupid right now. We
Yeah,
should
we
just
are.
keep it pushing. But also too, I have got in the habit of getting into habits.
It's a good habit.
So I
Depending on your habits.
feel like I got to.
Unless you have too many habits. You can't have too many
Yeah,
habits.
that's true. There's only so much
It,
time.
it
in a day.
depends on if they're good habits or bad habits. You
Well,
gotta-
it depends on your scale of habits too. You don't have to do everything in one day. If your habit is to the habit of projecting it out through like a 5-day span, it's all about balance.
I think you shouldn't
But-
have any habits. Just go with wind.
No, man, your life is made through habits, fam. Whether you're conscious
That's what
of it
I'm
or
saying.
not,
You gotta break away from that shit, fam.
bro. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like you do things that you know work. That's just how the brain works. You know what I mean? Like you progress because you understand in this experience that this happened. Awesome. So I'm gonna fucking do this, and the next time it'll happen awesome, or hopefully. And it'll keep doing that until it doesn't happen awesome. Then we're gonna be like, what the fuck? And either change that up or just never do that. Period. Ever again. And that's pretty much the human experience.
I need to find a new routine, like new habits, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about your habits first.
You have to get in the habit of creating habits because I realize we are creatures of habit. Like that's a common thing.
Uh-huh.
So at the same time, we are instinctually impulsive. We go to instant gratification, right? That's what our minds are programmed to go to on a daily basis.
Right.
To achieve a goal or to get into a habit is involving consistent, chain, no matter what the circumstances are, that still gets executed. That's completely different from our day-to-day thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to start small and understand that you have to build the pattern of discipline in order for your mind to understand, oh, okay, this is what we are now wanting to do and adapt to that. And that's essentially the learning curve. You know what I mean? The moment the mind can adapt to that, it starts to pick up and it's just, okay, yeah, I got it. And then you're dope at it in however long. You know what I mean? So like, all you have to do, so like, for instance, me and my girl last month stopped eating red meat and drinking soda for 30 days, right? And like there's a bunch of other meats out there, you know what I'm saying? Like we were eating the fuck out some chicken and some fish and pork and shit. And honestly, pork is worse for you than red meat. But it was just the idea, it didn't matter about anything. It could have been, we're not buying the toothpaste we always buy. It doesn't matter. It's the idea. Well, not because it would be something more daily than that. Like, you know, no, I don't know. But the example that I have right now, like,
Right.
you build the habit of throughout that month saying, you know, things are gonna come up like, oh, let's get some carne asada. That shit sounds bomb. Oh, I can't. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
my girl's dad makes the best carne asada, and you know, couldn't have that for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So that came up, and it was like, but like I had to say no, really, for no reason. You know what I mean? Same thing with soda, but we did it, and now we jumped to one that's a little bit bigger. This month, it's cheese, which is gonna be super hard for me. I eat cheese a lot. I love cheese. It's in a lot of things, and that's all cheese, like cream cheese, cottage cheese, all that.
Goat cheese?
All of it.
All right.
Goat cheese.
Every type of cheese.
Yeah, we can't eat cheese chips. You know what I'm saying?
So no powdered cheese either, man?
No powdered cheese
All right.
either.
All right.
Well, I mean, I only like cheese if it's melted. So that wouldn't be very hard for me.
How often do you eat melted cheese? Really think about that.
I could give up cheese, no problem.
Really?
I could give up dairy altogether, no problem. Like,
You should then. Dairy's
Yeah.
not good for anybody.
I honestly, like, I don't consume very much dairy in general.
Did you watch
What I
that
do is
documentary,
probably cheese.
man?
No, I became lactose intolerant in May 2018, and I remember that goddamn month. I remember the meal that changed me. Seriously, it was a 4-cheese Alfredo tortellini. Chicken, had some sun-dried tomatoes in it. That shit was flayed to the egg, and ate it for lunch too. And my body was like, now welcoming in.
But that
and
means-
introduce me.
If you could cut out all dairy, that means no ice cream, no froyo.
Yep.
Yes.
You seem like you'd be good with that.
I've gotten to the point like I don't drink milk, like dairy milk. I love me some milk, so I fell in love with like oat milk and almond milk and coconut milk.
I think we should all start drinking human breast milk. I think that would be better for consumers.
It'd be the most nutritious for us,
It's like
but I just feel like the extraction process might get a little bit inhumane.
That's all right. We do it to cows. Just
Yeah.
throw some almond milk in there.
not quite.
And
like
there's
that. I think
even protesters
that would be
about that.
inhumane for sure.
There's even people that are like, hey now, those are for the fucking babes, okay? It's not for human consumption. People still going about cows.
I think generally across all species, milk is you're only supposed to consume it, you know, like as
In
a-
your
From the species
early
that you're in,
development
right?
stages.
Oh, so
So like if you look at other species, like they nurse, you know, and they drink milk, and then after that, it's water the rest of their life basically. Cause
Yeah.
What else are you gonna drink? So
Yeah.
I think that's humans are designed similarly. We're not really supposed
Well-
to just dairy. I mean, like some people build a tolerance to it, but
Right.
by nature, I don't think we're supposed to ingest dairy beyond our infancy.
Well, just a
Yeah,
moment of
absolutely.
truth here. I had to drink some titty milk the other day, straight from titty.
Hey,
See, my lady, she's had a baby.
See,
She's
that's
6
you.
months.
That's a little A factor privilege right there.
No, but it sometimes like when
That's
women
an
are
exclusive
breastfeeding,
privilege.
their breast get clogged, and she couldn't get the clog out, so I had to get it out for her.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta
It was kind of weird though.
clear them pipes. You
Because
know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
you know what I'm saying? Those are from a baby. Like, what? I was just like, I need help.
you just
I'm
gotta
like,
give
alright,
it a
well,
taste test, you know.
It's not bad. It's
I
really
feel
sweet,
that.
bro. I like breast milk. It's pretty good. It tastes really good.
I feel like a baby, their instinctual taste has to be like, it better be good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a baby can't taste a green olive at that stage and have the maturity to be like, you know what I mean? Like,
They got
it has
develop-
to taste the best thing in the world, low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't know anything but good or bad. That's it. You know, and they don't even know that. They're just that.
And I never really understood why people drink warm milk until, warm milk is definitely better.
Oh, I was a warm milk fan. I could drink warm
I'm
milk.
not a milk fan, so I
Early
could
in
cut out
life, I was a
milk
warm
easy,
milk
bro.
fan. Later transitioned to ice in the milk. Actually, I like that.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's
I
not.
always judge people that put ice in their milk.
Why?
I was like, because I never knew that I was.
First off, who sips their milk to the point where ice in the milk would be anything bad? Because everybody who's opposing ice in the milk is like, why the fuck would you water down your milk, bro? Like, you might as well go drink that 1% fact. You know what I mean? Like, no, not at all. You just drink it to the point where it chills the milk. But who sips milk to the point where that would be a bad thing?
Well, I've never been a milk drinker, so drink the milk the way you want to drink it. But I always judge people that drink milk. First of all, I used to judge people. I don't judge people anymore. I try not to. Anyway, I'm working on it. But I judge people who drink milk straight out of the glass. That's weird. If you don't have any Oreos to dunk in that shit, then I don't understand why you're drinking a glass of milk. That's not hydrating. That's not like, that doesn't give me like, it doesn't quench my thirst at all.
There's really no nutritional
coats your whole shit.
Even the calcium shit, that's all like marketing. Like there's way better sources of calcium than drinking milk.
And I may be low-key a little bit lactose intolerant because, I mean, dairy doesn't clog me up, but it makes me shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I think by nature, like that's...
Well, that's very true. I feel like,
I think that's how it is for like most species. You're not supposed to drink dairy after infancy. And then some people develop a tolerance because they continue to consume it growing up. And,
right.
You know, but...
That is, that's very true.
That's why.
And that's true because I was heavy on dairy. Like, dairy ran like 70% of like my choices on things. You know what I mean? Like, my favorite ice cream my favorite dessert was, see what I'm saying? My favorite dessert was ice cream. I love yogurt. You know, I would eat cheese while I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there with a bag of cheese in front of the fridge, figuring out like, should I put that steak on? Like, bro. And it was all little subconscious things, and then the body rejected it. But, so no cheese, because that was the hardest thing. Like, I've already done away with milk. I don't do yogurt. I don't do ice cream no more. Ice cream was the hardest, honestly. It was the hardest. Like shakes.
Bowl last night.
Like understanding that I couldn't have a chocolate shake the way I want to anymore. Because it's rare to find like an almond milk good chocolate shake. You know what I mean? Like, or almond milk ice cream. There's a place called Drip that makes alternative milk ice creams out here. I believe it's in Mesa. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. It's DRIPP. So just Google it and find the address.
And it makes almond milk. It doesn't make coconut milk.
No, like I believe it has coconut milk too. But like honestly, get the ship schedule on those niggas because every single time I go in there, they're sold out of the alternatives. I guess that ice cream is super bomb.
Because
they
everybody's
make
vegan.
Cereal in it as well. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, everybody's vegan.
So
what
but
are
like
your other
gave
habits?
up ice cream.
Yeah,
and
let's get into your.
So the next
other
one.
habits.
Yeah, you're right.
Your other.
So my girl had the idea. She was like, you know what? Instead of taking something away, let's put something in. And I was like, I like your idea. I like the way you think. So we are drinking half our body weight in ounces of water.
Ooh, I like that.
So I'm drinking a little bit over 100 ounces of water every day. And for like the first 2-3 days, it was like a weird and awkward thing. I was like forcing water in my body. You know what I mean? Like I was not thirsty. Just understanding that like, this is the goal. Just like drink it. You know what I mean? Like for the first 1 to 2. And then after that, it was like my body was like, it just warmed up to that shit. Like now, honestly, I can get,
like, this is what we do.
I can get to a solid like 70 to 80 ounces by like noon or 1 and only have to pee like once. My body's just taking it all in, man. It's pretty sweet.
We're like 70% water.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're only making a contribution when you fucking do that.
Yeah.
So, so that actually, I've been feeling a little bit of a difference. I don't want to report it because it's, filming on the 7th. So I'm going to say it when I'm like, like, next podcast I'll report to y'all about how I'm feeling, putting a little bit over 100 ounces of water in my body every day. So, that's pretty dope. No cheese, 100 ounces.
Yo, bro, don't drown yourself.
I don't want to drink, and you're right.
Yeah. You can drink too much.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a thing.
To drown internally, I think that's crazy. To drown over time, that's crazy. What is the, do we know the limit? Is it like designated for like body weight?
That's a question
like-
for Google.
That is a question for Google.
Because I don't. Last time I looked, I couldn't find like an absolute algorithm or amount of water you should drink per day. It was just like suggesting that you drink
A lot.
essentially. You know, like it's
Yeah.
at least as often as you feel thirsty at the
There's-
very minimum. You know, like
Yeah, that's true. There's certain people that will drink a gallon of water a day.
Well, I heard that.
at
That's
one point,
crazy.
at one point I was drinking about a gallon a day.
Really?
It's been a
You
couple
always used
years.
to walk around with it.
Yeah, I used to carry the gallon around regularly, and
You just wake up in the morning.
I drink
Still
water
get that
throughout my
gallon.
sleep. Like I'll literally kill like 2 or 3 water bottles in my sleep. Just like wake up for a minute and down a water bottle, go back to sleep.
That's such a good thing. You know what I mean? Your body literally craves it. I've noticed, honestly, so far, such a cognitive difference. I've needed energy drinks like way less, honestly. And like alternative energy, I've needed it less. It was easier for me, or like when I did take alternative energy, it took less for me to be like, man, I'm like halfway through my coffee and I'm buzzing. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even need that. I'll let it go cold before I sip the rest of this. So like, it's pretty nice, you know? Ultimately, it's a money saver. You know what I mean? Because like all that other shit is just extra impulsive buys that I'm taking away from my budget every single week to 2 weeks to a month. It adds up, you know?
And it's really all that sugar that ain't good for you, man.
Yeah.
And I need to cut down my sugar. I'm like a sugar addict, man. I got a problem. But, you know, I need to work
And I say that while I'm drinking this, not water,
Mad sugar.
but
Yeah, what?
you know, I'm not a slave to it, okay?
For the rest
I'm not
of the
saying
month,
I'm solely drinking
only
water.
drinking
I've met my ounces, all right? But yeah, honestly, that's been my week. Saw Aladdin.
I seen that too.
That shit
My
was
kids.
lit.
That shit was dope.
I fucked with it.
That
And you
shit-
know what? Jasmine stole the show. She was a
did
really
look
good
good.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
She
more
was a
like
great
a
Jasmine.
women empowerment movie.
I
Yeah, it was.
forgot
At the end of it.
how often I used to watch that movie as a child.
But you
Because
knew all
like,
the songs. Huh?
yeah, like when we were watching that shit, I'm like, oh my god, I know every like bit of this movie. Like,
Right.
And I totally forgot that I like honestly I wasn't that excited to watch it. It was just kind of like I saw it on a
And-
website and I was like, cool, let's check it out.
Honestly, we can even talk about spoilers because, like, literally, if you've seen the animated Aladdin, you
Yeah.
know what happens
Yeah,
in
it's
this
the
movie.
same
But they
There's
switched
no
up the end of it.
stray. I mean, yeah, we won't talk about the ending.
Honestly, I don't even remember the original well enough.
It was.
Oh, really?
They switched.
I just
there was
know,
a
like, the
couple
whole
parts. There was a
I mean-
couple new songs too,
Yeah.
but I mean that could be expected. But I thought Will Smith was a good genie. I like the
Yeah,
other
he
little
was.
story that they weaved into that too,
Yeah.
because that part was new.
Oh, the way the story was told?
Yeah, the maid, her maid.
Oh yeah, with them.
Yeah. I don't know what they call it, but it's the personal hand and foot.
I think
Her
I said
handmaid.
Handmaid.
Yeah, her handmaid.
Okay,
Yeah.
word.
Jasmine's direct handmaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was new how they brought her in and told that different story because that didn't happen in the first one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember well enough. I didn't
remember well
forgot
enough.
alone how many times I've seen that movie.
Right.
That was
And
my
honestly-
lady's favorite movie. So when I was out, she was telling me everything that was new and shit. Like, cause I didn't watch that
Right.
like, every
Yeah.
single day.
They needed probably more characters.
My
to fill
shit
in
was
the dialogue.
Return of Jafar. You know what I'm saying? That's the one.
Jafar, he was alright for me.
I thought he did a good job.
I felt like he didn't do a bad job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his character never got in the way. He never took away from the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he was there, like he did his job. Like he did what he needed to do to be believable Jafar to where you're in the movie and it was enjoyable.
I'm just mad he didn't have the curly beard.
Yeah, I wanted him to be as old
Like, I was
as
like, what happened?
the Raja. Is that no? What did they call the head
Yeah,
of
because Raja is the tiger.
the Raja's the tiger? What did they call the head of
Sultan?
The soul.
the Sultan?
Yeah.
In the movie, he was as old as in the animated film, he was as old as the Sultan.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of wanted my Jafar a little bit older, a little bit more like haunting looking. Like the Jafar, I guess his features were like it wasn't like a scary villain. You know
maybe
what I mean?
when he comes back, because they gotta make.
But he was a good villain.
Yeah.
He was a good villain, but he wasn't a scary villain. I wanted like a not saying him, but like a Benicio del Toro face. You know what I mean? Something where you look at it and you're like, you're a villain, bro. Like, you're a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what Jafar was in the animated film. Like, yeah, the big, warped, long jaw, you know, like, he was definitely a villain.
I thought overall it was a very good movie.
Yeah, it was.
They did a good job on that.
Aladdin was spot on. Voice-wise, too.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm not a fan of musicals, period. So when I forgot that how much songs were in
me
that
too.
shit. I was
totally
like, every
forgot.
other fucking scene, there's a song.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, alright, it's cool.
Yo, and they toned it down from what a normal musical is. Like, they didn't even have second verse in most of the songs. Like, the only songs that they had a second verse in, they definitely should have. Like, if they would have cut short, You Never Had a Friend Like Me, like, what are you doing? Like, they had to do that song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or A Whole New World, like, you better do that fucking song. You know what I mean? But, like, other than that, like, I understand, like, you cut short. Yeah.
But that does kind of make me excited, though, how they did that, because The Lion King, I like all those songs.
You better buckle up. Yeah, I was about to say, you better start liking musicals, because The Lion King is going to be full force.
They're going to do some good takes on the remixes. Like, it's going to be some new modern type cool groove, too.
I can't wait for The Lion King.
Lion King is going to be phenomenal.
What's the date on that? When's it released?
Yeah, please. I'm gonna look that up.
Alright, cool.
Is it this month?
No, I think it's July. But if it's this month, we in there, bro. We in there for sure. Going to see The Lion King. But
July 19th, yeah.
Okay, July 19th.
July 19th? Yep. Yeah. That's gonna be phenomenal. To have Beyonce as Nala and Childish Gambino as Simba.
In the last
it's gonna
trailer, the last trailer that I seen, that was the first time I heard Beyonce's voice. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot she was in there, bro. Like, and then it's over, bro.
I haven't seen that trailer. I'm watching more trailers. I don't need to. I know it's coming.
I know they're gonna tell the story exactly how it needs to be told. Disney's been doing a great job. Let's stop being kissing ass on Disney.
Disney is low key the monopoly, and they're coming for everybody.
They're the future of entertainment. Shout out to Disney.
Facts.
Yo,
Disney's the future of entertainment.
Hey, Disney, once you get into the podcast business, holla at your boys. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all gonna be on it pretty soon.
I can give clean content, but honestly, I don't even think that's gonna be. They inherited Fox.
They're branching off, bro.
Yeah,
you know
they inherited Fox.
They're gonna have more content under that umbrella, but it's still gonna be. You know how like ESPN, people don't really like, oh, Disney. You know what I'm saying? But that's Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, Disney. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put out their own little shit that's like side business. You know what I'm saying? Another little big ass little shit. Whatever. Y'all get with them.
Yes.
We stopped kissing
right there
Disney ass. My bad. But I did.
It's not over. We're gonna do it again.
So last week we were in here where me and Intellect we were cutting up some podcasts, and I came up with this idea like, you know, it'd be a funny topic, right? Movies that you couldn't do now because of the tech. And the first one I thought about was Phone Booth, because I was thinking about the movie Phone Booth. That was a good ass fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, go check out that movie.
Phone Booth is phenomenal.
Great concept, crazy shit. But I was
what is that? Colin Farrell?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
Yeah, it's Colin
Have you
Farrell.
ever seen Phone Booth, Matt?
Is that the one where homie?
Kiefer Sutherland.
I think so. Where like homies communicating with him through the phone booth.
He's a sniper somewhere in New York City pointed at him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's like a negotiator. I believe like some like dope ass side actor like Forrest Whitaker comes out and like is like the negotiation between the police.
There's
and like
a bunch of cool
they
shit,
frame it so Colin Farrell did it like this nigga Kiefer shoots somebody and then they're like, oh, Colin, and like it's dope. It gets deep. Like it's pretty sweet. So take a look into that. But no chance that that's happening right now because no one's just gonna answer a fucking phone booth. Like
there's no
phone booth.
There's no phone booth
nowadays.
It's gone.
There, like I very rarely see a payphone, let alone a phone booth.
I
don't even think I've ever seen an active phone booth, honestly.
Yeah.
I've seen like antique shit that's like in a store, but I've never seen
crazy.
a real.
That's so
booth.
crazy that whole plot just can't happen.
Yeah, it cannot.
It's out of existence.
I don't think I've ever seen a phone booth either.
Dude, you know what? You know what else is one?
What?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. As phenomenal as that movie is, there's no chance in hell that movie would have went down the way that it did. First off, he got on, what was it? Was that the Macy's Day? It was a parade.
That would, at the very least, he might have been
At the
caught
flow.
before then, but at the very least, that would have been live streamed to the whole fucking.
Absolutely. Not to mention now, people are hella nosy, especially about people that own a lot of property and they're rich people. If you're rich, your neighbors, chances are all up in your business. If they're not, they're probably richer than you. You know what I mean? He crashed that supercar out the back of that hatch, and that, I mean, 85 different Instagram posts would have caught this nigga, especially if he was on the
On the float?
yeah, on the float, man. Like,
I mean, that-
all the Instagram and homie would have been
It would've been
blasted
all
through
blast,
that
yeah.
school. Yeah, it wouldn't have been anything. All the teachers would
I
have
got
been.
another one. The Ring.
What?
Because nobody would ever pop in a
Who's got a
fucking
VCR
Who has a
nowadays?
VCR? Who's gonna find, even if you find the VHS, right?
Who's gonna pop in
Who's
this
gonna find
big
the
one?
VCR, wherever the fuck a VCR is, and have the cables to plug it
What
into
if
your
you change
new
the
age
plot?
TV?
What if it's a DVD or a cam link of a
Yeah,
popular
you can
movie on the
change the
internet?
thing, but you couldn't make that. I mean, I guess you could.
You
Could the ghost
that plot
go
could be
digital?
applied.
Could the ghost go digital? All right. Could you do both? Ringu Ghost.
I mean, that would be a pretty crazy storyline for like a Ring sequel where it goes
That would be
uploaded
lit.
to the internet.
I'll tell you one thing that'll ruin the whole
Starts killing
film.
everybody.
If there's a scene in there where you literally watch like the black spirit transition
I mean-
into electronics, like like going to a DVD player, or like
Look, if
like a
they-
Blu-ray disc, or like somebody's cell phone, the whole rest of the movie's trash. I
Look,
guarantee
if there was a Ring video on the internet right now, everybody would die in 7 days. Like, so that plot wouldn't be that fantastic because we all go watch
Not only
something.
everybody would, but there would be mass murder
It'd be the
millions.
greatest genocide this world has ever
in
seen.
the millions.
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? I'm not
Yeah,
saying
for sure.
I'm going to do it, but there may be some crazy profile created, right? That just sends out this message that's a crazy ass video, and it says you're gonna die in 7 days.
Bro, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna go viral. Then
It would definitely go viral.
yeah,
And then you'll be killing the game.
yeah, killing the game.
It's all a metaphor.
The whole internet game.
Absolutely.
How about
Yo, what about? I got one
Go
for you
ahead.
after you. No, you excited
it's
for
your
it? Go.
turn. I just went in. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Bro, how about Wrong Turn? That shit will never fucking happen.
I don't think
Ever.
so.
Really?
GPS.
So, bro, we all have GPSs everywhere.
They're all-
You're never gonna take solid advice from a strange motherfucker that you don't know in the middle of nowhere in a gas station just
Did
staring
you
you
say
down all
Wrong
weird
Turns in
shit.
general, or is this a movie? we're
It's a
talking
movie
about?
called
This is a movie called Wrong
Okay,
Turn.
yeah, I ain't.
Well, they took random directions from somebody at a gas station, and they ended up in some.
Yeah, so like it's a group of people, right?
What if
the
your
plot?
phone's dead and you're like in a no service area?
Ooh, since we're going with new plots, since Matt stomped
Then
on
you-
my last suggestion.
Hey, if you
I got a
don't
new plot for
have a
Wrong
car, if you don't have a car that doesn't have GPS, bro, sorry about it. If you're driving around in places you don't fucking know and you don't have an OnStar, that's your own fault. You know what I mean? Like that is no longer. I have no fear in that film. It's fantasy to me. I
Okay,
see it and
cool.
I'm like, I have OnStar, motherfucker.
Well, since we're going with new plots, I got a new plot to Wrong Turn, the 2019, right? Okay, so either I got two possibilities, right? Okay, so one, they're going in the GPS just routes them to some scary shit because it's some evil GPS. It's like, okay, so you know how
Okay.
our phones can hear us? They hear the plans that these kids are going to do, blah, 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 blah. The phone has a mind of itself. It's like, nah, motherfucker, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers murdered. I know where to take them. And then when they put in the address, it's the wrong motherfucking address on purpose, and they go to die. Or here's option number 2.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more interesting, even though that one's
A little bit more in depth.
You know what I'm saying? This one is just an accidental. The passenger, right, is, you know what I'm saying, riding, and they sleep or something, finger bumps on the phone, whatever, boom, wrong turn. The GPS reroutes them to something else by accident, and then they go into some crazy.
So it's of his own demise. Oh shit! I like the first one better.
Okay, I got one that you
at all.
can't shoot holes in. Blank check. Who writes checks? If somebody hits somebody with a car,
And if you
nobody's
write a
gonna
check,
write them a check.
who's gonna
It's
move?
gonna be Venmo, bro. And they'll all be able to put in the fucking amount in there, or they gonna cash out them motherfuckers like, hey yo,
Or
I know
homie just
you
leaves his
I know
Apple
you got a phone.
Zelle, bro.
Yeah, I like the Zelle. I just got on that Zelle life actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I only got whatever and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Zell's
These
You gotta
these are not.
diversify your bond.
Yeah, and this is not a motherfucking endorsement. Sorry, guys. But anyway, so you can't shoot holes in that. Blank check is solid, right? Have you ever seen that movie, Matt?
No, I think I
God, he's younger than us, man. How old are you, Matt?
24.
24. It's amazing what 3 years can do.
What can they do?
It can make him not see Blank Check. Have you ever seen Blank Check?
Blank Check is phenomenal. Yeah.
That is like an iconic movie.
It is.
of my
Yeah,
childhood.
that's a hard one to not miss. That's like not seeing, in my opinion, The Nutty Professor.
So do you know the plot of Blank Check, Matt?
Nope.
Okay, so this rich guy, he's an evil guy. He backs into this kid while he's on his bike and hits him, and then he just wants him to go away. So he gives him a check, but he forgets to put the amount. The kid goes and basically cashes the check and makes a fake like computer voice, and it was like pretty advanced for that.
You said he got in on the technology to
But
get
the original plot is Blank Check. So the dude wrote him a blank check, and then they ended up chasing the dude. And this kid bought a mansion, was living the life, like go-karts, like big ass like boxing gloves. He had a butler and shit. Like the shit was dope. Like especially when you're a kid
How
watching
much
that
money
shit.
did he take?
And that's another thing. I think it was only like, I think he only got $1 million. I haven't double checked. I meant to double check
That's
before we
crazy.
got to this podcast. But he, nowadays with inflation, you cannot do all that shit with the amount that he got. I promise.
She said with inflation
Yes.
and the economic crisis
Yeah,
that we find
when
ourselves
you factor
in.
in inflation and the economic crisis of 2008, you know what I'm saying? The downfall, we just get back up. Who knows? We may be in another recession. That's what I've been reading. I don't know. I don't read that much. Just a little bit on the internet. So don't take me as a quote, but people are
Don't
scared
take it
about
as a
their
quote.
money all the time. So make sure you got your money under your mattress, man. Anyway, anything.
Make sure it's a good mattress or you'll feel it and that's uncomfortable
Oh.
for your back.
Sounds like you know from experience. I just use.
I like my mattress actually right now.
Hey,
I'm
man,
a really
can you
big
get the
fan.
rolling tray?
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna roll it. Blunt. You thought to get higher? Oh man.
I'm
So
okay with that.
we're good, man. So
That's a good one, man. I really like that one.
Yeah, I like that. There's some more, but we won't get into all that. We have a few good ones. I say taxi. Taxi.
This one cool.
It would be called Uber.
Yeah, it would definitely be called Uber. There's no way. I mean, taxi still definitely exists. Like, it's more of a.
You think somebody would pimp out their Uber? It doesn't matter how fast you get there, right? They
I
get
don't
paid
think
the
so.
same rate. I don't
They
know.
do
It's, all,
get paid
it's
the same
based
rate.
on like miles.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh yeah, so
it's like-
taxi definitely good.
It's
now.
a base rate plus like X amount per mile. That's how Ubers and Lyft work
Right.
pricing wise. So speed doesn't matter. You're selling miles.
Yeah. So.
Might get you a bigger
That's so
tip.
funny. This taxi was at Chris Latifah.
Yep.
Y'all hear about robo taxis
Yeah.
on Tesla?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You can just from your Tesla app let your car go out and make you money.
That's crazy.
Well, now I haven't even thought about this till now. And Matt brought this up.
We use our own investments though.
Wow.
That's a lot of relying. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty damn reliant on technology right now, but that is a whole new step, terrain, plateau level on that shit. Like, you are, if your car just crashes on the fucking I-10 when you're like out like,
That's what insurance is for.
So
just like watching TV,
explain
man.
it. So it's a Tesla. When you buy the car,
I think it's with the Model 3 and the Model X. It's only with 2 of the cars. But
Okay.
he's talking about launching it next year, and
Oh, okay.
you just like
your
you
car
bas-
is a taxi while you park it.
Well, yeah, it's like you sign up for Uber. It's like something like that. You enroll in the robo-taxi program through the Tesla app.
That
And
is
then,
insane.
let's say you pull up to work and you could open up your app and put your car in robo-taxi mode, and it'll drive around.
Do you know how much of like depending on, yeah, and honestly, it's going to be more of a hybrid, so it's going to be really great on gas mileage. So depending on the race.
It's entirely electric.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
Yo, and that's going to be
gas
way cheaper.
But
than an
this is
Uber
what I
or
just
Lyft.
thought about.
Oh yeah, he's talking about like way cheaper. I think he was saying like 18 cents a mile or something.
Oh yeah.
No way.
But just think about how much
Way
you're gonna have
cheaper.
to charge your car, and it takes a long time from what I've heard to charge.
I think he said a full charge that is like 45 minutes right now.
Oh no, I
And,
heard
like,
it
they're-
takes hours.
Maybe that's on the newer model.
Or maybe like
Full
from 0
charge
to
takes
They're trying to
45
get it
minutes.
down.
That's insane.
They're trying to get it down to like how long it takes you to pump gas. That's their goal.
That's crazy.
But like they have Tesla charging stations where you could pull up, plug in your car, and you use like your Tesla like passcode to get into like this lounge that's just for Tesla drivers, and it has like, you know, like workstations if you're trying to pull out your shit and work, or you could like I think there's pool table, like it's a lounge. You could like sit there and chill while your car charges up if you're doing like state to state traveling.
Me personally,
That's crazy.
I don't know.
So like
I
this
don't
isn't
get
like
that.
truck stops?
Well, I don't know exactly where there are and how many there are right now, but I saw a video of one. Like it's similar
That's
to a truck
crazy.
stop. You just pull
Right.
up, you charge your shit. Like they have charging stations at truck stops too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a lot of those.
But I probably wouldn't get that, bro. Or if I did, I would have to put a fucking Nest Cam in that bitch. Cause just imagine what people would
Oh, yeah,
do
for
if
sure.
they know that there's not an actual physical driver there, and they're just in your nice ass car that you spent mad bucks on.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You know what
Oh,
people would
yeah.
be doing in there? Some weird shit probably going on. Especially you say, I'm gonna disable that shit
just
when I go
do
to
a
bed for
dash
sure, cause
cam.
I'm not picking up drunk people.
You get a dash cam.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think
Even a dash
there'll
cam
be
though, it's like,
kinks. At least you have like evidence, and you always get. You
well,
have
there's
insurance
probably
and
also going to
shit's
be
fucked
completely
up.
different levels of security in there.
He
Like,
said
it's
on
not gonna,
average, like he expects people will be able to make $30,000 a year just letting their car be a robo taxi. So like
how many hours is that?
I don't remember
You know what I
exactly
mean? Like,
what the numbers.
but yeah, but just for me, yeah, I don't need the answer, but just like that's my thought
Yeah,
when
he said on
approached
average,
with that.
like the average robo taxi, like owner will be able to make about $30,000 a year based on
That's
their
crazy.
estimates right now. So if you have that as a side income, I'm down with maintenance or whatever somebody might do in my car. And
Right,
if something crazy happens, then fuck it, I stop using that.
right.
You know, like
That's really interesting, honestly. That's an incredibly lucrative reason to get a car. It's the first time that a car has had appreciating value since
Yeah.
the creation of the car.
you know the lifespan of a Tesla right now? It's about 1 million miles. You can put 1 million miles on a Tesla.
Has anybody ever drove a Tesla for 1 million miles?
No.
I mean,
sure.
apparently Elon has. I don't know.
How? Does he have somebody constantly
They
driving
probably
around the U.S.?
I mean, it might be like on a treadmill or some sort, like a rig
Oh,
where
yeah,
they
they
just
just have to test
let
it.
it.
They have to test it, yeah, they gotta test the longevity.
So
Right. So like Tesla
they do something.
has driven a car 1 million miles, that's it. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Can you imagine, like, I bet you the day the first one broke down in the lab, everybody, that was like kind of like a morning experience. Like it reached 1 million miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bitch was running for a while. Like people got used to the sound of the Tesla. It was weird. Yeah.
That shit was still.
They had to put another car in there just because everybody that has worked there for years, it's weird not hearing it. And you can't even really hear it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure on some
You got used to the
type
hum.
of conveyor belt. Well, I don't know what the fuck it would be. They have a name for them. I just can't think of it.
Yeah, you'd have to get a super
you
machine
can
just to run
you get
that.
up to some
You know what I mean? Like
pretty high
to even have
miles
a
pretty fast though.
Yeah.
Like they're just spinning the wheels. That's basically what they're doing.
Yeah,
So,
it's true, but I mean to think about even even if they're going 200 miles per hour, that is still a great length of time. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do the math, but like if a wheel is spinning 200 miles per hour, I don't know the translation into RPM, but like that motherfucker is moving. You know what I mean? Like there's no
yeah, I mean,
initial
and
calculation.
how much
of that.
time do they have to stop to recharge the battery? Because it didn't
Right.
go for a million miles straight out.
So I think the average lifespan per charge cycle is about 300 or 400 miles. It's about like what you would get with a tank of gas.
Right.
Like they're trying to keep it proportional.
Maybe the a million miles is a scientific
They just
estimation.
put it on ludicrous mode and it runs
Estimation.
for like 24 hours.
No, it's an estimate, scientific estimate that they've calculated through, you know, their current fucking experiments and observations. You know what I mean? Because that's generally what happens. They'll be like, can't handle up to. You know what I mean?
Right now, a full charge on a Tesla is 75 minutes.
75 minutes. That's not bad at all.
40 minutes for an 80% charge.
Okay, that's not horrible.
So I mean, and they're
From
trying
what?
to get.
That's
What
worth it.
percentage though? From 0 to
That's
100?
well worth it.
Well, that's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
So
like,
300 to 400 miles is you have to charge.
Yeah, it's something like that.
That's silly, dog. Just wow. I mean, just on time of the day to understand how much time it's put into, and like thank God for places like QT that just make it just lickety split when you're in and out of there. But as a human, there's a lot of time spent at a gas pump. So to spend an hour and a half
But
max.
Like if you
every
charge your car
300-400 miles. That's crazy.
Because when you buy a Tesla, they'll install a charging port in your home. So like if you drive your car every day and you just plug it in at night and let it charge up, like you're never like doing a full fill up like you do with gas.
Right.
It is best for right now until they could have more miles on it. Then it's best for like driving around the city. You're not
Yeah,
going
it's
on
best
a
for
road
local,
trip in a
right.
Tesla.
But they're breaking into that
definitely.
too. They're trying to get like they want it to compete with pretty much any other options as far as cars go.
Their truck, did y'all see their pickup truck? That shit
I've
is
seen
nasty.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
might
not
be
out
a
yet.
concept. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I
that
did
shit's
see it,
nasty.
but I don't know if that's
anything
official.
officially.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
As far as I know.
Man.
I know they're working
There was
on
a
trucks,
picture
they're
that's
working on
floating around the
semis.
internet right now.
I know he's heavily focused on the semi because the semi industry is like going downhill fast right now. So
Yeah.
But Porsche's about to come out with a fully electric car.
are they? That's tight.
So,
Really?
you know.
Well, the coolest thing about Elon Musk is all of his ideas are open. Like they're all public. All his patents are public patents.
Yeah.
So you can literally study how to create a Tesla car and fucking create one in your backyard if you got the weight and the fucking gonads.
Yeah.
To go and do
this
that.
year, there's not a car on the market that can compete with his 2012 Model S. Like to this day, in the last 7 years,
That's
there's
crazy.
not a car that's been put out on the market that can compete with his 2012 Model S. Like it's crazy how far behind. And have you ever seen the inside of a Tesla, like the engine? Look up a video of somebody taking that shit apart. It looks like some Iron Man shit, dude. Like it doesn't look like a car, like like a traditional engine. It
Yeah.
looks like some futuristic looking
That's
shit.
dope, dude.
Some real Tony Stark shit.
I was about to say, is Elon Musk our Tony Stark?
I think I read an article once that they based Tony Stark's personality a little bit off of Elon.
He did that when Robert Downey Jr.
That's crazy.
was playing the character. Yeah, he modeled that after Elon. So.
Yeah, I mean he is the closest thing. To
I mean, yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely.
The only thing he hasn't done is build an Iron Man
as
system.
far as we know.
Yeah, as far as
He would definitely. He has full capabilities of building that Iron Man.
Absolutely.
Now that he
I
has
believe it.
SpaceX, Are you kidding me? He has everything at his disposal. Let's just keep it 100. Elon, you've built an Iron Man suit, and just fucking show us.
He was probably
just
a
show
low-key
us, man.
consultant throughout the last 11 years on how the suit should be.
He's like, y'all niggas don't even have my
And it wasn't
blueprints."
even like CGI. That was actually Tony fucking Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
Flying in a real Iron Man suit.
He got the exclusive. That
Maybe
was
they just
chilling
put
in.
a little
That was chilling in
CGI on
Robert's
top of
trailer.
it to make it look fake. But I believe it's real. But speaking of futuristic shit, the new season of Black Mirror is out right now. And before we get into this, I want to say none of this is homophobic. This is just an argument of, is it actually gay or not? And I don't mean gay in a bad meaning.
Right.
I mean just like doesn't make you gay. I don't know how else to say it. It's not a bad way. But this is just a serious conversation because it's like seems to not think that would make you
It was just not fully gay. Both characters. Okay, if you don't know what we're talking about, for those
Spoiler
listening
alert.
or seeing, spoiler alert on this.
season Black Mirror season 5 episode 1.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Striking
Giving you
Vipers.
a few more seconds. Okay, let's go. Striking Vipers.
Yeah, we'll drop in the comments a timestamp that you can clip if you want to watch the season 5 of
I'll
Black
say
Mirror.
we're about an hour and 6 minutes in.
Okay. So
Hour and
those of
5
you,
minutes.
we're giving you plenty of time to adjust your attention spans to something else. But it's okay, come back and we're gonna talk about some other dope shit. But Striking Vipers was a little gay on both sides. But it wasn't enough to the point, I'm arguing the fact, were they gay? Did gay shit happen? Absolutely, on both sides. But were they gay? I don't believe they were gay. I don't believe that nor did they, like, become gay. Because I feel like there's both.
So are they subconsciously gay?
No.
So what form of gay are they?
I don't feel like they weren't gay.
All right,
They were straight men with gay tendencies on both sides.
Let's explain it to the people. So there was a VR game. One dude, there was two best friends. One dude was married, and one dude was single. The single dude was playing a female character, and it was a fighting game.
I was about to say, you gotta get the plot out.
It was like Street Fighter. And back in the day, they showed, like, back in the past, they used to play this game.
The
called
fucking getting
Striking
down on the
Vipers.
sticks and
You know
stuff
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Getting down on the
Looks
sticks
like a
like
PS4.
normal. You know what I'm saying? Like we do. And then, so it flashes
forward to
forward
11
like
years.
11 years, right? Matt, you trying to hit this blunt?
Sure.
You want a blunt toss? So you trying to come in? Well, they're already up. There we go.
Ooh.
Maybe next time. So they're playing the game. Flash forward. Dude comes back for the married guy's birthday.
Yeah.
Gives him the new version of the game. He's like, "Oh man, I heard I have to have a VR
Vipers
VR
X.
thing. Striking Vipers X." You know what I'm saying? I heard I had the VR thing. I don't want to go get that. He's like, "Oh shit, I got it for you too. Bam. Ooh, let's play tonight." All right, whatever. This nigga playing this Tetris game late at night after he kisses his son and his lady goodnight. He like, "Oh,
Just
man.
chilling, playing the most
Playing
boring
Tetris,
game
bro. Some snooze
known
fest shit,
to
bro.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So then
Next to like computer battleship.
his homie gets online and invites him to the game. So they go in. All right, boom, single dude. That's how people do it. Like so, boom. That's how people talk.
And then
You know what I'm saying? Boom. So this is how it goes. Like bomb. Like so. Check me out. This is how it goes.
And
So
then,
they
listen,
get on
listen.
the game. The single guy is playing a female character.
Okay.
The married guy is playing the Asian character, look like Jet Li type. It's like some
Right.
Street Fighter type game, and they're first getting used to it. It's like they go into the
So
VR.
they're fully submerged into this reality.
Yeah.
Like it's a little thing that so you open it up. The whole game console is just like a little box with the controller, right? So you have the controller in your hand. It's on screen. Put the little orb thing about
It's
dime
like an
size.
earbud, like
Yeah.
almost, like without a wire.
Right.
And it just goes right on your forehead.
Right on your temple.
Yeah, right on your temple, and then you press some button, and you pass the fuck out. Basically, you lay
go in,
down with
yeah,
your eyes open. You
Your
can't do this
consciousness
shit
gets
standing
uploaded
up.
into the game, essentially.
Yeah, so it's not like your body controlling the VR. It's your consciousness in the game. And dude mentioned, everything physical you could feel.
Yeah, the game has
life.
full physical emulation.
Yeah, so they're fighting, boom, boom, bap, bap, boom. Single dude is kicking the married dude's ass with the chick character, bap, 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 woo, kicking his ass.
Just really getting his ass handed to him, too.
Yeah, and then at the end, somehow, they started looking at each other, and then the guy, the single guy who's playing the girl character, kisses the married guy, well, in their VR form, which was weird, man. That's why it's like, you know you playing with your homie. You know that's your homie.
That's your homie.
And you
literally
kiss your
for
homie.
a long time. Like,
And
the story
especially-
sets it up that they were still
they're
close
like
friends.
Brothers.
11 years later, you know what I mean? That's some deep forging brother shit. So like, this is your rider, this is your partner.
And what makes it even more weird is that it's your whole consciousness. It's just not some weird VR shit, bro. So that shit, he liked his homie, bro.
You could do
which makes him gay.
anything
I just
you
want him
want,
to come out
essentially,
there
obviously,
probably
in the game.
and explore the world, man. Feel bad for him. He's just going into the virtual world, man.
I feel like there would still be a barrier. Like to some point, that wall, like there's video game wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless they submerge that city, then that shit is like a different package, nigga. That's.
But the whole thing
reality.
was weird, bro. But I think that makes him homosexual.
I mean, look. Here's the things that definitely are
Cause he liked
gay
his
about the
homie.
situation.
He had a penis inserted into him. His consciousness.
And
Yes. It happened.
So he was a woman while it happened.
He had a virtual vagina.
It was and there was a virtual dick going in it. Everything.
Alright, so when you
sexually.
playing a girl character, you taking a virtual dick in your virtual vagina?
No, but simply because I don't have that personal urge to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I have completely different goals in mind if I'm in that game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that urge whatsoever
So
to
they
just
meet up
fuck
in real life
somebody.
at one point. And
Inside a
What would
video
your
game.
goals be in this virtual?
Oh my gosh! First
would it
off,
just be to
man.
kick ass? Because I mean, that's all I'd be doing in a fighting game.
I would definitely
Listen.
at minimum play with my vagina if I
If
was a
it's-
female character.
You said minimum?
At minimum, I'd play with my vagina just out
minimum,
of
you
straight
would.
curiosity. Like,
Yeah,
I
would
check
definitely
out.
look at
What
it.
is that
I see how
experience?
far it go. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna check my shit out. If I'm in the game, listen. All of you don't judge me, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you are fully submerged into a character, I don't care who you are, you checking shit out. Like you were at some point, even if as an
You
alien,
gotta look.
or like you know what I'm saying, like a polar bear, like they have in this one. They have one of the characters in the fighting game is a bear.
You checking to
Now
see
you
what the
got
polar bear
weird.
had? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, absolutely. When you're a polar bear, bro, you're like, yo, this shit's dope. Like, absolutely, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna like if I'm a polar bear. I
mean,
understand. There's
okay,
differences
look.
in the scouting, in the checkout. You know?
I get it. It's supposed to immerse you fully into the virtual world, but why even put a penis and vagina on these characters?
Yeah, that's a little
It
strange.
feels like it's meant to have like that kind of
I mean, honestly,
built into it, which is weird. Because first of all, I wouldn't have a virtual penis inserted into my virtual vagina.
here's the thing.
At most, I would touch it.
Right. Everything has to be. So they don't say that this is like another universe, right? So this isn't free form. This isn't self-creating, right? Everything in here is a game. It's a platform. It's been programmed, right?
Yeah.
So why even program the orgasm? Why even program the idea of the dick even getting hard?
more incentive to
buy the game. There's a whole other world out there.
Bro,
Like,
I go to
so
In-N-Out and order off the menu all the time. I get that shit, but like,
Oh, yo, at
It's
that
still-
point, porn is dead.
like I get
Porn
it.
is
I go
dead
there.
at
We're
that
not
point,
there.
bro. There's
You
no
can-
more porn.
You could literally
There's
just
probably no
fuck
more people
anybody
fucking
anywhere
in the real world. There's like
Can you get STDs in VR?
No.
So I mean, like that. Fuck
I
you in the
mean,
real world.
it depends on what you would call a virus.
Okay, do you actually
You know what I'm saying?
release? I didn't.
They
never
hinted,
got to.
They hinted that.
It'd be like a self-induced wet dream. I would assume.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
Yeah.
But see, then if you have a vagina,
Well, I mean, look.
Well,
when they were
they're not, the crossing gender.
That's where it gets
complicated.
weird. That's what I'm saying.
But in general, if your guy avatar is a guy and a female avatar
That
is a
makes
female,
sense.
that'd be a cool experience to like just be able to fuck anybody on the platform, no matter where they are in the world. And
But it's only a certain amount of characters. But he was talking about
Wait, only have a certain amount of characters that have
avatars?
fucking
Like
capabilities.
the
Is that what you're
avatars?
saying?
Yeah. But yeah, so
And if this were a real
No,
world
like every
situation,
character could do it, but it was just there were some like CPU, and then there was some that were
but he was
actually
saying
like
he had some
players.
orgies. But the thing
Right.
that makes me think this guy actually liked the other guy in real life, like for real, liked him, was because he was saying like, oh, you know what's the best thing you ever had, and I done had it with the CPU. I done had orgies and shit in this game, and it's not the same. I need you back, basically. After the dude realized, the married guy realized that
never
he was
had
tripping.
nothing like this.
The married guy's wife had to call him out on that shit, like, why you not fucking me? You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
And he was like, damn, because he got
That's
so
very
addicted
true.
to that shit. And then it must have been very
He got
addictive
cold
because
to
he
it.
said it feels better than a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, he got addicted to it. And yeah, at one point they went and kissed to see if it was real. The married guy called the dude, like, meet me at the bridge, bro. They went to the bridge. The single guy thought they was about to fight. All right, let's get
he was
down.
rolling his sleeves up. He was like, all right, bro.
All right, this is what we about to do. Let's get down. He's like, nah, let's kiss to see if it's real. And I think the single guy just acted like he didn't feel that shit because they ended up fighting. They went to jail, and then the conclusion of it is the wife let him. Oh damn! I dropped my phone. Sorry,
It was a
people.
clean-
That
it was a
probably
clean
sounds
getaway,
crazy
though.
in your headphones. I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry
sorry
for
to
that.
all the listeners out there, man. Anyway, so the conclusion of it was the wife let the married dude do it every year on his birthday in the virtual world with his homie, and she slipped off her wedding ring and went out and did her thing. So it's like an open relationship, like type of a hall pass once a year type shit, which is weird. And of course they both liked each other. It's weird because even if it's a female character, that's still my homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's my
Right.
consciousness, that shit gay, man.
I mean, listen, to have an emotional attachment with the person that you are intimate with, and that is another man, yeah, that's gay. That aspect of it is gay. But I don't think that makes that
To want to
person now
fuck him
gay.
in the virtual world, like waiting for it every year.
Yeah, but like Anthony Mackie was married to his wife for like 15 years. That whole thing spanned in like about 15
his character.
years.
Let's not get that confused. He's the character that was married.
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
the actual.
Not actually like Anthony Mackie,
Yeah.
but like Anthony Mackie's character in the show was married to his wife for just about 15 years, like pretty close to it. Like they did an 11-year jump, you know what I'm saying? And they were already together for a good amount of time, like living together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So do you think at some point in your relationship, because I know it ain't happening in mine, I just get a hall pass once a year. I don't see it happening at all.
you know,
I've been with my lady for 5 years. I wouldn't even want to do that. That's weird, bro.
we've already talked about it. I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, you never say never.
Well, I guess.
You know, I have no idea after, like, for me, if that were to ever be a reality, it would have to be after such a significant amount of time together. Like,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
if I
talking
ever-
like over like 12 years. If you're together with somebody over 12 years, like I can't, like that feeling, you know what I mean, has got to be that's so cemented. You know, that's over a decade, and that's why I chose 12. You know, I almost said 10 because 10 is just like that's a decade, but still no, just 2 years over a decade. Like, you've been together with that person, and it's like a good relationship. It's not like you're surviving with that motherfucker. Like, it's not like, I'm not talking about toxic, unhealthy relationships and people are like, don't get married. Like, no, I'm talking about like 12 years, y'all are still kicking, breathing, smelling daisies. Like, that is, like, you're cemented. Like, so who knows? Like, I feel like if you want happiness so much for that person, no matter what, it just gets to a point where it's just like, yo, I know I have you. It's cool, I know what we have over everything else. Like, I'm so comfortable with this. If you want to go bust a nut somewhere, go do that. Like, it don't matter. Like, if I'm not there and you have that urge, I want you to be happy. And that's literally what people that are, I don't know what the term for it is.
It's very progressive.
I guess it's an open relationship. It's
Yeah,
considered an open relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I don't think it holds that. Just because people get emotionally connected. I feel like sex is more serious than people. Well, I mean, you know, people need to bust nuts, fam. I understand that. But
Sex is a lot more
people get
emotional,
emotionally
a lot more
attached.
connection
I could
than
never
people
like.
say it is.
That's why I couldn't even juggle two women. I couldn't understand that because there's too much emotional shit. I got too much going on in my head, especially if you cheating and shit. Like, I couldn't tell lies, but open relationship is also honestly, well, obviously a different thing.
Yeah.
But still, even that, like,
definitely true.
just getting to know another person, or just even like, and then like at some point, if you are just using them for sex, I kind of feel like an asshole. Maybe that's just me now. I don't know. But
He said maybe it's just me and I feel like a good person, but like, I don't know how you feel, bro.
No, I'm just saying me now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it would just feel weird, like two people. I have a lot going on, man. Maybe it's just me, but I only have time.
I definitely feel
and
the
I
same
got a
way.
whole ass family and shit. So at this point, I definitely don't got time for any other women. I got a career. I used to have a job. Now I don't have a job.
No, 100%.
But now it's like more work on my career to further this shit, so I don't need a day job anymore.
Right.
That's where all my time is, so I don't have time to fucking. But maybe in 12 more years, I feel like it'd be like after 50 fucking years,
Right.
I would still never have the chance to do that, and I wouldn't really want to. That's just my style, though. But who knows what the future holds? Like you said,
You go through phases.
Everybody
You know what I
goes through
mean?
phases.
You go with what you need to have. I've had chapters in my life, you know, right now, just celebrated a year with the Queen, and that's beautiful. You know what I mean? We're building right now, and we're doing a lot of things that are growing each other, and we taking risks, you know, all that gay, you know, mumbo jumbo. But no, it's going really good. So, you know, I'm with you on that. Everybody has chapters. Everybody has different episodes of what they put themselves in. Live your life and step fully. You know what I mean? And whatever you do, man.
Okay, so all of this is for the record, bro. You don't have any biological kids?
No.
Alright. So if you die before you had any biological kids, would you want somebody to extract your sperm?
That's an interesting.
Well, okay, so in this case, would
Question.
you want your parents to extract your sperm?
I
If
wouldn't
you
want.
If you had no, like, mate, you know what I'm saying, no, you know, possible person that
Honestly,
you're talking to at
I
the
would-
moment of your passing.
I feel like I would want one of my parents to, you know, and hopefully, I don't ever want to say I want to die before my parents. That's weird, but like, if they, you know,
This
if
is
they were
all
there at the
hypothetical.
time, yeah, absolutely. If they
Just
were
a
there
topic
at the
on
time,
a podcast.
no, I feel you. If they were there at the time, then I would definitely want at least one of them there throughout like the process, making sure nobody fucking shit up. But at the same time, like, nah, man, I want my lady to do it. I gotta have like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would even have one of my close like partners just on some like science shit, just like lab, just like, all right, nigga, whatever, fuck it, nigga. give me the shit, put it in the bag, and give it to me, nigga. Fuck that shit. I'ma handle this, nigga. Make sure this shit fucking get to a fucking top-notch fucking good family, nigga. Your legacy continue type shit. You know what I mean? Like, because for me, the reason why I think that I'm like on the fence about it is like, if I have the chance to continue my legacy and bloodline without me being here to actually do it, that is an intriguing thought. Because I would at least want a bloodline before I die. You know what I mean? I want to leave that on this earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And continue that, you know?
So you would be down to have somebody, just not your parents? Because this is a real story. Some
yeah, it's really a case by case. It'd be a tough choice. You know what I'm saying?
Because some kid passed away
burden.
and his parents, it was known that he wanted to have kids. And it does actually happen in most cases, but it's like from a spouse that, you know what I'm saying, they were trying to have babies or she wants to possibly have babies. So they had to go to court and try to get their son's sperm and prove that it was definitive that he wanted to have kids because he didn't have a possible woman that he was with that he wanted, that was a possibility of having kids with. So, you know, it's a tough thing, but that's weird, bro. And it's a big cultural thing for his family because he would be the last, he was the only boy, because I believe he was Chinese, and he was the only boy out of his family. And he would be the only one to pass on the family name. So that's why it was so important. They ended up winning the case, so they have the sperm. They don't even know what to do. And a lot of
they're just like,
it's like they're thinking about giving it to somebody to try to have, or giving it to a couple that's trying to have a baby and possibly being in that baby's life. Which is, you know what I'm saying, that's a nice story, but still really weird, but I understand it for the family legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think my son is the last one. If he doesn't have any boys, then I think Atkinson, which is my last name, from my dad, would not be passed on anymore. Because I have all nieces and one other nephew that doesn't have our last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See? You know what I'm saying? That bloodline's important.
It is. But I got 2 kids.
But bloodlines merge. You know what I mean? And that's the important thing about lineage as well, is the merging of families and the merging of culture. You know? So it's all a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so I got 2 kids with my last name now, so I got my legacy passed on. But that would be weird if my parents was like, nah, he wants to have kids. And just what is it called? Postpartum sperm extraction or something like that.
That's so insane.
Postmortem, sorry, not post.
After death, they can extract semen from your body.
Yeah.
Wow. Man,
what if you had a crazy ex that always wanted to have a baby from you, and she could kind of prove, like, back in the day I was good, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, and then she extracted sperm.
She said, oh, best believe I have every thread we have ever talked on.
Yeah.
I started saving those just out of habit. Well, I didn't even know that this was going to come in handy later. You know what I mean? Like, this all just kind of fell in my lap via technology. So, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that was a crazy story that I read on the internet this week.
All your crazy exes start putting your texts in PDFs. Just to keep it official.
So, yeah, that was a good one. That was a big one. Did you hear that they're finally going to make another SpongeBob?
I'm ready for that.
Well, it's a prequel. It's going to be a 10-year-old SpongeBob.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? I don't know how I feel about it. The SpongeBob is already.
I was about to say SpongeBob is a baby.
He's
now.
He's like a 10-year-old.
There's gonna be. I honestly think there's gonna be no difference in behavior.
How old is SpongeBob?
It's just gonna be an attachment.
Be a fry cook.
Yeah. It's just gonna be an attachment to.
I mean, and he lives by himself.
That's all it is.
Is it gonna be animated like he always has been?
Yeah. It's gonna be a whole new series of SpongeBob.
It is a live-action child Sponge.
I'm wondering.
Yo, he gonna be wild though.
Hey, you've seen the way they can do live action. If they can make the genie, they can make a SpongeBob.
Did you see the live action
Absolutely.
SpongeBob?
No, I
There-
honestly.
You're talking about the one that was like a hybrid, right? Where they go
Yeah.
above the ocean.
Yeah, I took my older kids to go see that.
I mean, technically, it would still be a hybrid.
It was cool.
But just CGI would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Those
guess it's
mocap
not
suits.
full like total live action because it wasn't like super realistic. Like
Yeah. But they like made that part of
yeah,
like they intentionally
yeah.
made it that way. I feel like.
I think it's called SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, but
That
a
was
10-year-old
pretty funny.
SpongeBob would be pretty entertaining. I want to see.
I mean, I'm definitely
He
gonna watch it.
probably
There's no
bouncing
way
off
I'm not
the-
watching a SpongeBob film.
Is this like a cinema
He gotta be
release or is
done.
this just premiering?
No,
on
it's
their-
like a
their
new
network?
like Nickelodeon series, like so.
Oh. It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
series?
they're,
It's a
yeah,
series?
they're bringing it
I'm
back.
talking about a film.
Nah,
10-year-olds.
That's
10-year-old
crazy.
SpongeBob. It's a prequel series.
Okay. I'm curious.
I'm wanting to see. I mean, if it's the same creators, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
curious.
completely down. Like, you have to bring back the writers.
I
There's
just-
such a specific writing with SpongeBob, honestly. Like, the delivery of jokes is that's one
10-year-old
of a kind.
SpongeBob gonna be? What if SpongeBob is like 10 years old and he was like a genius and something happened to him?
Yo, that would be
And
hilarious.
then, like, that's what they're building up to. How he became how he is. What
like,
happened in his
SpongeBob grew up
It's the dark SpongeBob that
like
shows all the
Elon Musk.
the torment and emotional trauma that he took as a kid that made him a weirdo when he grew up. That couldn't drive.
Yeah. That's an important look
I mean,
back.
the
I'm ready to see
characters
that
are
prequel.
there. You've met his parents. We've met his grandma.
Have you
Like,
met his parents?
See a younger
Yeah, we
grandma.
find his
I'm
parents.
down for that.
I remember his grandma.
You know what's gonna be
Because
funny? I
so
really hope
many-
grandma looks
His
exactly
grandma
the
looks
same.
like a cookie.
he's got cousins.
Does his grandma not look like a cookie?
She's Bambi.
I don't remember.
She looks like a cookie. She's like round and she looks like a
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't know. I could see them maybe doing something. It might be more relatable to kids too, like, because they're gonna probably
Yeah,
put
I-
through some kid situations, and
Right.
whereas like,
I've seen some very adult things in kid packages. Like, if you've seen Adventure Time, there's some adult ass jokes
Yeah.
in
But
Adventure
I
Time.
heard a rumor back in the day that SpongeBob was originally supposed to be like an adult
True.
humor like series for Comedy Central, and they didn't buy it, so they like dumbed it down and made it kid friendly.
Yep, that's actually very true.
Yeah, because I don't think SpongeBob would work as an adult thing. I wouldn't.
I think it would have worked.
I think it would have worked.
It definitely would have worked.
Yeah.
The writing, him writing to a mature audience would be hilarious because he already slips in so much.
Yeah.
Like there's literally like you can
But-
watch hours of YouTube catches on SpongeBob doing like dirty ass like rated R jokes just subliminally.
But do you think that
meshed in.
SpongeBob could be as big for this generation's kids
What-
as
yeah.
it was for ours? Because I don't think, a new SpongeBob is gonna make a whole bunch of people run to cable and get. I mean, I guess you could get
It's the
Nickelodeon. I had
kids.
YouTube TV
It's all
and I
about
could get
kids.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Well, exactly.
you can't watch
It's
it
all
on
about the
YouTube.
kids. So would it have been as big if it was a adult adaptation?
Well,
I mean, who knows, man? I mean, now we have American Dad. You know what I mean? So I feel like if his writing, and honestly, Simpsons, like Simpsons was written to the adult audience, and that shit went.
But I
And
just
it
think there's
still
too
goes.
much avenues for that to be as huge as they expect it to be.
Yeah. I
because
mean, the plot is definitely more aimed towards like a kid type plot.
that's what I'm saying.
like
I
a
know it's
pineapple
for
under the
kids,
sea,
but
like.
I
you know
guess
what
the
I'm
kids
saying?
are gonna watch whatever's on, and they might be excited.
That's very true. They watch Yo Gabba Gabba, so they
Yeah.
definitely do watch. Yo, have you seen that show?
I guess I'll show my
That show
son that
is
shit. I'll see
weird
how he
as shit.
reacts to the new SpongeBob. I gotta get YouTube.
It's
TV.
pretty dope. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Like
did the free trial.
subjectively watching it is weird as shit.
Yo, Gabba
I love
Gabba.
it.
No, I'm not down with that. No, I'm not down with the super corny. Like I can't even. Yo, the best kids show is what we talked about last time. Phineas. and Ferb. I could fox with Phineas. and Ferb. I could like sit there all day and watch a marathon of nothing but Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, hold on.
But
we're gonna get.
There's too much
There's
other
plenty.
cartoons.
Are you
I
serious?
can't watch.
Dexter's Lab. I can watch all day, bro. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Some of that shit doesn't
all
hold
day,
up.
bro.
For especially like for all day, bro.
Low-key,
I tried Ed, and Eddie.
Powerpuff Girls.
It's
I can watch
cool,
all
but
day.
it gets redundant after a while.
I thought that until like I actually tried to watch Powerpuff Girls last year, and I was like, oh damn, this shit is whack. It's not as good as I thought it was when I was a kid.
You okay? So you try to revisit.
When you're 8 years old or whatever, you know what I mean? Like that shit's super dope.
It's
like,
the just
you
the
fuck with
nostalgia,
it,
bro.
and then you
It
check
is
it out.
super.
You
you're
check
right.
it out when you're older, and you're like, damn, this shit's corny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Or you just have the nostalgia blast and you're like, this shit is awesome, bro.
I don't know, man. I watch Courage the Cowardly Dog
Dope.
right now, and that shit is fire.
I watch Courage.
Courage,
And I mean, like
the
Powerpuff
same
Girls, maybe not all day, but I'm like, you know,
Scooby Doo is
I can
cool.
get down for like
but are you
a solid
gonna
2 or 3
watch?
hours.
Are you gonna watch the TV show with the same plot to every single episode all day?
Well, no,
But I mean,
but that's why you gotta
Phineas
watch
and
like
Ferb.
Yeah,
Dexter's Lab.
You're right. You're fucking right. But they always do cool shit, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Okay, Rugrats.
Okay, I love Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Thank
is
you.
like-
Rugrats. Oh man, I'm still curious about that line.
Angry Beavers, bro. Come on, bro.
Bro. Angry
I don't know
Beavers.
if I watched
Oh,
it. I've
Ren and
heard of it.
Stimpy.
But see, Angry Beavers,
Oh, really?
that gets boring sometimes. Even when I was a kid, I was like, alright.
Cat Dog got a little bit boring to me.
Yeah, Cat Dog wasn't cool.
Every once in a while.
I just wanted to
Cat
know
Dog
who
was
the
kind of
fuck their
funny though.
parents were.
I like Angry Beavers. You know what? Kids Next Door went in. You can't tell me you didn't.
Never seen
Kids
it.
Next Door is fire. Fuego.
Did we talk about Danny Phantom last time?
Dude,
I think so.
Danny
I
Phantom
think we
is
did. Yeah,
flame.
I think
And honestly,
Cause
we
that-
need to get a Danny Phantom
Live
and
action.
a good Danny Phantom live action and a
I'll
really
play.
good Ben 10 adaptation. I want to see Ben 10 like really. That shit would be pretty dope as well.
Yeah. I'm not a big Ben 10 fan. I was too old for that shit by the time it came out.
The concept itself is really dope though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To have a watch that any setting that you have up to 10 settings turns you into a completely different creature, and you can reprogram your watch the more creatures that you find. So like if you just like conquered, it's almost like on some boss shit. If you just conquered that person, you've now technically seen that person, so you could become that fucking person. With a budget now of like Ready Player One on that shit, that would be dope as shit to see.
Okay.
Just plot wise, just
If they did it, I feel like they should do a future Ben 10. Like he's like out of high school, like a college student, right?
okay.
And he still has a watch, so he already has a lot of forms. You know what I'm saying? They kind of show the backstory of how he got. Because, I mean, the whole prequel, that's a lot. Because I feel like it would be more flashy if he already has a bunch of styles to go with. And there's
Right.
like some huge threat that he can't fuck with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he loses his
So he
power.
comes in mid-story. He comes in mid-game. It doesn't have to be like a come to power story.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And I prefer those, honestly. Because the come into my power and discover myself is like, that's the go-to for every single debut for a superhero. And it's like, I understand that, but like, it would be dope if you did like, start in like, on like the number 2 as the number 1, and then hit the 2, and then, I mean, as like the 3 is the 2, and then
What?
drop the 1 for the 3.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I think
I'm saying like in terms of the plot settings for the first, second, and third movie in like the trilogy.
well, like how the new Spider-Man, the newest Spider-Man, not the newest, but the old new Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming,
Yeah.
that didn't really tell the whole story of the spider bite and everything else. That was shown in Civil War was where he first brought in, but he was already Spider-Man when we first seen him.
Right. Exactly.
You Yeah, so I thought the way they did that was tight. So if they do some shit like that, that'd be cool.
Like,
But I
he's
don't
just
know. I don't
been
think-
doing him.
But Ben 10, the concept is cool, but there's some shit that just shouldn't be on screen. Or just too
For sure.
cartoonish, too outlandish. But you never know what the future's gonna hold, like we said earlier.
But if you're gonna take it on, whatever it is, whatever type of universe you're trying to create and put on the real life big screen, just do it. You know what I mean? Don't try and make it adaptable to people who don't understand that universe or have never heard that universe. Just fully give them that universe. If you've learned anything from Marvel and what they're doing, just like put time, effort, and just give them that universe instead of being like, instead of the cloud, he should just drive a car because like Goku in real life, he just drive a car. Like, no, that shit was terrible. You know what I mean? Like, that's the Dragon Ball live action. And his Nimbus, he just had Nimbus on his license plate. I'm like, I can't even do this.
Wait. I never seen that movie. That's really how it went?
Yeah, he drove a car, and like I believe that it was Nimbus. That was his Nimbus. He never drove, or he never like flew a cloud.
If they didn't have the budget, bruh, why the fuck would they make Dragon Ball Z movie?
It was a complete money grab. Like they knew Dragon Ball Z had such a following, and they somehow got a hold of the rights to do that. That couldn't have been the founders of Dragon Ball Z. I don't know who made it. I'm just willing to bank that was not the writers of Dragon Ball Z, or Super. Like, hell no. Yeah, it was terrible. But and honestly, they try to do these Tekkens, and that's terrible too.
They should never do a Tekken.
Man,
What's this about?
I mean, you have to make it a rated R film.
If
100%.
if it follows Eddie, it would be dope because he was hands down the best character. Period.
That would be kind of cool to have like a Brazilian rooted beginning. That would honestly be hard. You could make a whole Tekken franchise because you could just show the origin story of each character.
Eddie, any day.
Bro, all you gotta do is do circle X, circle X, circle X, circle X, and homie is doing the electric boogie, and like, bro is getting down. Like he's doing windmills and like coming up, fucking dropping quarters.
I spam with Eddie with a few moves. I ain't even gonna tell you the combination. But I'm gonna do it to you, and you gonna get knocked the fuck out real damn quick. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Unless I am barring Paul Phoenix or
You knocked out. What do you mean?
no, that's definitely not happening.
Dude.
Or Steve Fox
Okay, so
with the sway in it,
you're either one of them. That's a disadvantage.
or Jin.
Cause I'm taking out your fucking legs the whole time. You gonna try to go high, I'm gonna go low, bro. And then I'm gonna come back up, kick you in the air.
Yeah, I got something for you. I got something for you, Eddie Gordo.
And then I'm on the ground. Them niggas don't have ground game.
Bro,
Or they don't.
low-key,
Yeah, they have zero ground.
anybody who chooses Eddie Gordo as their number one player in Tekken, like, that's the easiest character to get good with.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You could just stream his whole breakdance sequence so easily, man. You can literally press circle and X, just rapid fire, like you're paintballing.
Yeah,
with that
you
double
can
trigger.
do that, but of course there's people that fair on defenses for that.
Well, of course.
So I gotta bring a whole nother style to it. If you're gonna leave that open, I'll get that.
All right.
I don't need that.
All right, it's based on the Eddie. I want to see your Eddie. We're gonna have to do that.
I'm too nice. Tekken tournament coming soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Have you played the Mortal Kombat 11? I haven't even seen it.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Man, I need that.
Yeah, I got it at the crib.
PlayStation's having a sale. They got 2K for $3.
Nice. My Kotal Khan.
Yo,
It's so
ooh,
serious.
I might have to get that.
It's so serious. They've
It's
made
fine.
each character so well rounded
I'm
now.
trying not to pull
Like,
the trigger.
their 3 different styles are distinct, but each character definitely like there's more projectiles they just kind of give you the best of both worlds in certain levels. Like, it's pretty dope. There's a lot of nuances with it. They've taken a lot of chapters from Injustice and incorporated different things and different new attributes about the fight and the gameplay. Now your X-rays happen when you are at the last, like, I'd say like 10 or 15% of your health. Like, once you've entered that level, that's when you can hit your X-ray.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That is pretty dope.
That's just, yeah. That's, and they got the outfit changing capabilities from Injustice 2. Did you play Injustice 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like how you could choose your outfit and like customize it through like the tower.
Ooh.
They did that through the crypt. Like you could go through the
like
crypt and you could play.
Customize your. Ooh.
Yeah, so you can pick like a good mask, you can pick like a good chain, you can pick like a good gauntlet and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got
so
that.
it's pretty sweet.
They got the super package, which was like $100. I think it's like $90 now.
You might gonna have to scoop that up.
I'm
To
trying
get good. People make
I
money
gotta
off
be
these
responsible.
MK tournaments. Money is made at a Mortal Kombat tournament, especially like the first 2-3
But see, it's
months
not
after
that
it's
deep.
out.
I would just want the skins and all the characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the skins are what you make them. You know what I mean?
Well, I want all the characters.
Flex.
All the extra characters that come with the super pack that comes with like the helmet and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is ultra crazy.
They say that the Joker is gonna be in this one.
Spawn's gonna be in it. I just seen a trailer for that the other day.
That's pretty crazy.
I can't wait till Spawn come out. Ooh, I'm gonna see.
Spawn's gonna be phenomenal with the
game,
chest chains. You're getting diced with the chest chains.
I can't.
Sorry about it. And that big wooden boot that just spikes, like you're getting front kicked to
The
death.
cape.
Oh, the cape's going in on him.
There's no telling.
You're definitely going to hell on that.
Because they didn't even show gameplay of it. They just showed his name at the end.
Yeah, you're definitely going to hell. I really hope that there's a move that incorporates the Annihilator. That'd be really dope.
Damn.
The clown.
Ooh, yeah, I'm excited about that.
Or
But
like if like
I mean,
he came through as the he came through in like his homeless getup and like walked up, you know what I'm saying, like from the garbage, like that would be hard.
that shit would be hard.
Yo, you know, it'd be even harder if they had a stage.
Even harder, no.
You know, it'd be even harder if they had a stage that was the chick's house, like that hardwood floor house in Spawn, where all that shit goes down in, where all the people are tied up and like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really where it goes down. Like,
They're remaking Spawn, right?
I believe they're,
I
yeah.
heard of that. What
Yeah.
is it Jamie
And-
Foxx?
yo, that is believable.
Spawn movie. Let's see.
Jamie Foxx playing Spawn would be great. I think he'd be able to pull that off. Lickety split.
Let's see. IMDb. I'm checking right now to see if I'm right. Jamie Foxx as Al Simmons.
That's phenomenal. I'm so glad that he took that role. Who's at the helm of that? Who's directing that?
Let me double check here. Let me go back.
That's beautiful, man.
Oh.
I know Todd McFarlane has his hand in this. He would not let anybody do that shit
Oh
without
yeah,
him.
that's him.
Todd McFarlane?
Yep.
Beautiful. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, that is the creator of the Spawn world and comic, so that's good that he has his hand in it.
Yep.
Well, like he's the
He's a director.
he's the
He's a
puppeteer, man. He's getting down.
Yeah, man. So
That's gonna be really good.
that's exciting.
Rated R?
It has to be.
It better be.
There's no PG Spawn.
Ever.
And
You can't tell the story. Like, it
Even
literally
now,
wouldn't make
like-
sense. Like, he was an assassin. Well, I guess, I don't know. We've seen some PG get down before. They were
Well,
doming
I mean-
people in Captain America Winter Soldier.
yeah, I guess just the language in Spawn, it couldn't be.
Right.
Like, it would be dope if they had a little bit. They're kind of loose with the Marvel universe right now, but ooh, what if they have Spawn coming? He's in Marvel, right?
No.
No, what is he?
He's Capcom. No,
He's not a. Well, I guess he's not Marvel then, but anyway.
No, he's Dark Horse. No. Who is the creator, like, company of Spawn? I'm trying to remember it. It's not Dark Horse. But, like, that comic book company is not, like, Marvel or Capcom.
No, you don't think so? Oh, Image Comics.
Image Comics.
Alright.
Yeah. That's going to be really interesting, man. We've seen Jamie Foxx in enough dramatic roles. We also seen Jamie Foxx in enough comedic roles to where this could be an extremely well-rounded movie.
Yeah, I think it definitely will be.
If he puts a mixture of, this would be the best Spawn, a healthy mixture, like 70% Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 30% motherfucker Jones, and you have Spawn dead ass. Like,
Motherfucker Jones, yeah, that's a good one.
he's serious enough, man.
He definitely
but
has to be.
He's gonna slip in some humor and some motherfuckers. Oh, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he better. That will be good.
Yeah, I'd be excited for it. But anyway, yeah, so.
Did you see the new Hellboy?
I did not really play it. I'm not a huge Hellboy fan.
I didn't see it.
Wasn't that good?
I liked the first Hellboy.
What did I see? I seen.
And Rise of the Golden Army I thought was pretty good too.
You seen the Pokemon movie, right?
Yeah, it's
That shit
phenomenal.
was dope. That was dope.
I mean, not phenomenal, but it was great. It did justice to the Pokemon
I thought it was
universe.
a very good take on it. I'd be excited to see more.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just such a huge Pokemon fan, but
That was a really good take on it. I'm happy that they didn't jump into the main plot of it and they stuck to, like, they built the universe around it. So there was no real expectations going into it. I feel like you critique those characters hard and, like, the origin story, and it has to be perfect, and, like, that's something that you can't fuck with, but they just got us used to the Pokemon universe. And now they can either build with that specific storyline or now have a completely different origin story that highlights a trainer or something, and they can almost build their own Marvel style universe where they have different origin stories that cross paths, you know what I mean? And they have just as much potential with that.
yeah,
They have an infinite realm, you know what I mean?
I could dig it.
Would you watch a cross between Grey's Anatomy and Pokemon? Nurse Joy's hospital, you know what I'm saying? Where they really show you working hard for internship, cold nights, 12 hours.
No.
No?
No.
Nurse Joy's a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, she be really hard on her interns, like,
Have you ever seen Nurse
don't
Jackie?
eat unless you finish all your studies. You know what I mean? I can't hit a Nurse Joy voice, but like,
No, it'd be better if she was like Nurse Jackie. Have you ever seen that shit?
I know about Nurse Jackie.
Yeah, she was like hooked on them opioids.
She was getting down with things.
She was getting down. And
Hey,
she
she'll
was like,
save your life.
She was an asshole, but yeah, she would save your life too. And then, you know, it went off the rails and all kind of shit. But it was a good series. But yeah, I would watch it if Nurse Joy was like Nurse Jackie and she was like really dysfunctional. But
It's a reality check for
probably
Pokemon
not.
World.
Probably not. I think it. I don't even know if I want to see another live action Pokemon. Even though I said I kind of want to see more, just because I like Pokemon, but I think
They did
that's
a good
cool.
job with the animation.
That's
and
cool.
now that they've got that out of the way, you can expand. I would see another Pokemon film for sure. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like,
It's-
also like now,
I would see it, but it's
now
not
we got
necessary.
some dope shit coming. You know what I mean? Like now we got like if we see a live action Yu-Gi-Oh, that would be dope. Just plot wise, like now this card game like builds like these huge holographic monuments. That shit is dope.
I'd
Or
rather
they
see
could-
Digimon. That would be
Digimon would be hard as shit.
Digimon would be dope.
Yeah, because that's transported to a whole new like plane. And yeah.
And it's the digital world, like, so it would make sense in this age. But man, I think we ran through a lot on this one.
I love it.
The Sweet 16.
We had to catch up.
Yeah, we definitely.
It's
did.
been a while.
It has been a while. It's been a whole month, and we won't keep you waiting as long next time. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, but thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in live on the YouTube.
Make sure you
subscribe. Make sure you unsubscribe. Make sure you resubscribe. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
And then reply to that review, complimenting that review on how accurate the review is.
Yeah, for sure. And tell all your friends. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, Only Dreamers, and this YouTube, Odd Squad Family, and also the New Age Politics YouTube.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned earlier, new YouTube for the A's for podcast coming up, so make sure you stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We love you guys. See you in 2 weeks.
Drink your water.
Drink more water.
Peace.